Salutations, colleagues and viewers. I'm Mason Priscilla. I'm here to make a presentation on the subject textiles and fashion community and aesthetics, bordering on the topic understanding fashion journalism. Fashion journalism is a special branch of clothing and the fashion industry, as well as accessories and style, which with borders on researching, conducting interviews, analyzing the reviewing and analyzing socioeconomic factors across cultures. It also interprets designers' works and translates it for a wider public audience, combining journalistic skills with deep knowledge of the fashion industry, operating across broad digital and social points and social media platforms. Is a bit distinct from advertising and PR. We have the historical roots of fashion reporting, which started as far back as the 1770s, spanning all the way through centuries up to now. It started as fashion plates and society journalists through Vogue and later proceeded to Vogue and Harper's Bazaar establishment of fashion magazines as an industry, then continued on the runway and celebrity coverage, expanding through newspapers and broadcasts. And also currently we have them as in the form of blogs, social media context, and social media influence in reshaping fashion and the social press. Here we have a mind map of the forms and genres of fashion journalism and how they connect or relate to fashion journalism. We have news and features which deals with fashion trends and fashion product launches, as well as industry stories from interviews granted by both models and fashion industry giants. We also have runway reporting, which is derived from live show and collection coverage of exhibition and in-house catwalks. We also have styling editorial conducted by fashion journalists from visual storytelling through images they see in magazines and print in terms of flats and flows, as well as sketches and illustrations found in magazines and other fashion related context books. We also have blogging and social media, which talks about influencers and readers that are driven or influenced by content. Here we also have criticism and reviews, where the fashion journalist will evaluate collections and collections of designers, criticize them, and through that they are able sometimes they conduct researches and are able to predict upcoming trends from interviews and research they've conducted. Also talk about the roles of the print media, roles of the fashion journalists and how they work and the people they also work with. We also talk about here. We also have platforms that fashion journalists work. They work through the print media. We also work through broadcasting, through radio, television. In the print media, we have magazines, catalogs, fashion journals, and the rest. With digital and social, we also have them in form of website, Instagram content, TikTok and YouTube advertisements, and the rest. We also here will look at how fashion journalism relates to public relations. They are two different entities. Public relations, simply called PR, works with the public relations officer together with his team who supply press releases, samples of fashion products, and give invitations to family shows and exhibitions, as well as other events related to fashion that organized by the industry, by their industry they work for. Journalists also depend on public relations personnel (PRs) to access the most guarded editorial pieces. Sometimes they give clues on the next upcoming fashion runway product. They also give clues on major events or takeovers or major content they want to share with the public but are not ready to launch. They give a few clues just to keep both viewers and the fashion journalists hungry for more details. Fashion advertisements can also give pressure and blur lines between news and promotion when facts and opinions are twisted, or when real reportage, the actual fact is not clearly given out. When there's under information, misinformation, or no information given at all. The fashion journalism is a sensitive area of the fashion industry where trust is one of the most paramount values of the profession. There's a concept map here indicating the relation and connection between the fashion PR and his team, fashion journalist, and also the public or the target market. Every profession comes with its challenges and laws and binding rules and regulations. Here we are going to look at the ethics, law, and professional challenges of the photojournalism industry or fashion journalism industry. Here we have copyright and images where clearing photos and cut-off footage should be done properly. We also have body image sensitivity, reporting responsibly on the size appearance of models. In my perspective, I believe that the word plus size is derogatory. A model should be a model, irrespective of color, race, skin, background, ethnicity, and body size or height. We also and here we have accuracy and verification. The 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 fashion journalist should report the truth and nothing else but the truth. Here we are also going to look at fashion journalism in the Ghanaian context. We have typical examples like Ghanaian print media covering Kente and Kaba and Slit, as well as Adinkra fashion. We also have digital platforms which help project up and coming designer and help to also expand the coverage or contact base of existing designers. We also have reports on global recognition, journalists also helping to document how Ghanaians practice sustainability internally. We also have coverage for uh, how people and designers and other mogul fashion stylists and other fashion key professionals compete for space on the market. Here we are going to talk about a summary of fashion journalism as a form of conclusion. Fashion journalism is very key and vital to the fashion industry as it links the industry, the media, and the public through news, criticism, styling, fashion styling guided by the requisite skills, ethics, and evolving digital platform. This video coverages or media information disseminated to the media must be factful. They must be ethically sound. They shouldn't have any negative effect on the participant. People will be willing to give out certain information. Also, when journalists are reporting, they shouldn't body shame, especially models who they deem are not the regular size they are used to or they have a distaste for. They should do well to report the clear and accurate findings. They also report on businesses, the business side of fashion, such as supply chains, such as SWOT analysis, such as predicting fashion trends to create a viable collection that can withstand competition and make a sales, or at least break even on the next seasonal launch, as well as seasonal sales of fashion products. We're also looking at evolving digital platform. Formerly it was just TV, then we had the internet, uh, we had the internet, we had WhatsApp, now called Meta. Now we have TikTok, Zenda, Twitter, and the rest. In a nutshell, we would say that fashion journalism is important as it helps to build a brand. Also, the fashion PRs, when they work closely with the fashion journal, and when the fashion journal also works closely with the fashion PR, they are able to make headway, and especially they are able to help reach a lot of audience, whether they are working as freelance, especially in the field of the fashion journalism, or they are working under a subscribed company. Thank you for your attention or your audience. I'm grateful.